lucky to have you with us today. President of Millward Brown Optimoor, which is truly one of the nation's best consumer research agencies, brand consultancy, and management consultancy groups. And Mario will be way too humble to tell you about that, but we're going to give him a go. So Mario, welcome first to the Idea Festival. If you could welcome him, please. Before we jump into Grow, we'd just like to ask you to share a little bit about Millward Brown and tell us a little bit about the organization.
Yes. Thank you, first of all, for inviting us, and thank you for staying on a Friday afternoon. Millward Brown is maybe the best market research firm in the world. We have offices in more than 50 countries. And we think of ourselves as the experts in helping our clients grow great brands. Part of the overall organization is Optimoor, which is a management consultancy. And the desire of the organization is to really bring a new way of thinking about how do you do brand strategy, how do you do research, how do you mesh all the information that people have from the left brain and what really matters to CFOs and CEOs in terms of business cases and financial models, and also at the same time manage that with, mesh that with the creativity that comes from ideas. We are at the Ideas Festival today. Really be able to mesh those two things in a whole brain approach for our clients.
Their client list is all the names that you would recognize from top 100 companies around the world. Let's jump into Grow. I showed Jim's book. Let's talk a little bit about the story about how did that idea come about, the cooperation with Jim. And I think there's two things we want to jump in a little bit about. So why do also ideal purpose-driven brands succeed, and what's driving the value? So let's get into that a little bit.
Yeah. So Jim became our friend in 2007. He was, as you said, CMO of P&G at the time. And although P&G arguably is one of the best companies in building brands, one of the challenges was how do you stretch a company that builds brands so well to actually become even more powerful? So the questions that he posed to us...
Is that Jim right now?
It's Jim.
He's probably calling you.
Endorsement right now.
It's okay that it's not your BlackBerry. That would have been really embarrassing.
Yes, exactly. It will be two things. One is BlackBerry, and two. She has been giving me such a hard time for having it, and I promised that I would change it to a smarter phone. That's going to happen.
No BlackBerry.
So he came to us with two questions. The first question was, which brands have really grown their bond with the consumer and have translated that into financial value? And the second question was, what can P&G learn from those brands? Because P&G grows people from within, never hires people from outside, so it's hard to really change that narrative without that case. P&G is also very rigorous as a business, so they really needed to see the financials and the business case behind what all of that meant. So we embarked on a journey with Jim in 2007, and when he left P&G, we actually were the partners for him to help write the book, which basically was, as he said in his video, the manifestation of all of the thoughts that he had. Then trying to understand what is behind that ideal and what drives that success, it's really about how do you galvanize a whole organization and a whole set of stakeholders to really deliver against a common purpose. And I think the best phrase I have found that I often write about is that it's a shortcut to strategy. So if you hire a big management consulting firm and give you a big deck of 800 pages of all the things that you need to do, but actually it's very difficult to execute. Whereas if you have an ideal that really drives everyone to the same purpose, it's a much faster way of actually operationalizing what you're trying to do.
Well, let's take a look at a couple brands. We're going to let Jim play and share a little his thoughts about some of them, and then Mario's going to take us through some case studies. So let's see if you can play that video. Oh, sorry guys, I might have cut you off there. There you go.